Imagine this, language, the tool we use every day to think, communicate, construct the world. But have you ever reflected on the fact that language, beyond being a bridge, can also become a prison? Words, they seem infinite, and yet they are a finite system, a garment that dresses thought, but at the same time limits its movement. An elegant suit, yes, but one that can veil the authenticity of being. Every time we speak, we reduce the fluidity of our experience to discrete units, words, sentences, predefined categories. And the limits of a language are the limits of our world. What cannot be said often cannot even be thought. From a cognitive standpoint of view, the language we speak shapes our gaze upon the world. If a culture has 10 different words for blue, it will see 10 skies, 10 seas, 10 shades. Those who have only one word will see one color. And this does not apply only to colors. It applies to emotions, to memory, to reality itself. Think of emotions. How many times have you felt something so profound you could not put it into words? Love, nostalgia, loss. Here language fractures. It becomes a cage too narrow. It is no coincidence that German has the word Schadenfreude, Portuguese has the word saudade, and if we lack the word, we reduce the experience, we simplify it. Neuroscience tells us that much of thought is pre-linguistic. Before words, there are mental images, emotions, intuitions. Language is only the surface, the final output of a far vaster process. And perhaps this is why artificial intelligence models based solely on language, like transformers, for instance, though extraordinary, remained confined. They generate text, they simulate thought, but they are trapped in the same symbolic cage that imprisons us. And yet there are escape routes: art, music, dance, intuition, channels that transcends words, that allow us to say the unsayable. A symphony by Beethoven communicates what no phrase will ever express. A painting by Caravaggio strikes you with an emotion that needs no translation and cannot be translated. The philosopher Derrida reminds us that every word refers to another word in an infinite chain of deferrals. Foucault warns us that language does not merely describe the world, it shapes it, controls it, establishes what is true or acceptable. Language, therefore, does not only imprison individual thought, it can also be a tool of power, of social domination. So what then? Language is at once our gift and our curse, a bridge and a cage, a bit of classical information compared to the qubit of quantum information, reduction versus infinite potential. The question is, will we ever be able to think truly beyond words? Perhaps the answer is not to reject language, but to open other channels. Like, for instance, embodied experience. Only then can we move beyond the prison and finally glimpse the complexity of reality without filters, without translations. Because language is not reality. It is the bit that tries to contain the qubit. Our subjective experience lives in an infinite fluid quantum space. Every word is reduction, but also the fragile window through which we glimpse the abyss of our being.